Hey, what up guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'll be showing y'all the sample sales in Tokyo. Includes the Soloist sample sale, Julius sample sale, and some friends and family VIP sales helped by some PR agencies. And so we couldn't really film in the venue of the sample sales. We're also having me kicked out and like they won't invite me again. But what I can do is that I can share with you guys the information and some of my pickups. And yeah, so that's why I'm heading home right now. I'm in one of the Soloist jackets that I bought from the sample sale, and I'm gonna show y'all what I picked up. So just got home guys, and guess what I received? A package from FARFETCH that arrived just in time. This is the first time this video is sponsored or like officially sponsored by anyone, so I'd really like to say this because it means a lot to me. Thank you FARFETCH for sponsoring this video, and yeah, let's see what they sent me. For those who are not too familiar with FARFETCH, I'm gonna give you like a really small introduction of what FARFETCH is. FARFETCH is an online shopping platform that has a curation of brands including Rick Owens, Bijan Sabiri, Ziggy Chan, Uma Wen, and basically all the brands that we love on this channel. And if I were to mention two things that I really like about FARFETCH as a platform, is first of all, how well the photos are taken. So some of the stuff are actually styled really nice on the platform, and like they're styled in a way that although you're shopping online, you're able to grasp like a general idea of how the clothes are going to fit in reality. And second is how fast the delivery is, because I ordered this basically only 2-3 days ago, and I saw it's shipping from overseas, and I didn't expect this to arrive this early. So yeah, that's 2 points that I really like about FARFETCH, and let's jump into what they sent me. This is from the EDFU collection that was presented in Paris last June, I think. I actually have a YouTube video about this. I was invited to Paris Fashion Week that season. It was 30 degrees that day. It was so warm, but we all remember that the show was so amazing, even though the weather was so hectic because it was outdoors and everyone was like really tired. I had to rush from the Issei show, which is I think around zone 10, all the way to Palais de Tokyo in only 20 minutes. So I also wrote an article reviewing this show from Rick Owens on GQ. And it's actually mentioned by Rick Owens himself that these take inspiration from his trip to Egypt, I think. Because there's so many mosquitoes in the city that he really thought that he would love to have a big mask that covers his whole body from the mosquitoes. And that's why he designed these. So guys, I promised y'all to talk about the sample sales, friends and family sales. So let me start with this. This is a bag from Julius that I got from the Julius sample sale just a month ago. This is one of the, I guess, an early prototype, maybe like a first sample for the product they're making. And the reason why I'd assume that is because there's a lot of drawings in the back that specifies, let's say, 5 cm cut though. It's written in the back like cut 5 cm, 4 cm something else. Like it's written all over the place as notes to see how this is how this should be fixed, whilst usually the final sample, like the production sample, should be like the finalized product, which is basically should be the same as like the version that I'm going to make at last when it's produced and sent to customers. But this apparently I guess it's one of like their earlier samples, maybe even like a early sample from like their other season, which like they have to make marks on it to be like, hey, I want to change here and there and make it as a new season product. And what's even more interesting is that because you know like the sample sales, like a lot of people there, it's like really messy, people are trying to pick up stuff, and I'm like holding a lot of stuff too, so I didn't realize on the spot. But then like these were like stapled together, like with staplers, like I guess like bigger like leather staplers or something. like really strong staplers that actually holds like leather and fabrics together. Of course, like these are not stapled anymore because I got them fixed, but it's still way cheaper than getting it from retail whatsoever, so I was like fine. So moving on, I got these are also from Julius from 2015 autumn winter. These are made in lamb leather. It says delivery end of July, so I guess this is probably one of their exhibition samples. So this is one of the stuff they used when people are coming over to order stuff. It's pretty cool. Fingers go out from here. My only complaint about these is that these are way too long for my arms, and take into consideration I already have considerably longer arms for my height, so yeah, these are a little bit hard to use. Again, I've never worn these outside before because they're not very practical, but I absolutely love Julius, and I'm really willing to spend money on the brand to support Tatsuya-san, basically the owner of Julius, which is also a very good friend of mine. So yeah, I went to their samples. Like, he was there too, and he was like, hey, you pick up a lot of good stuff, and I was like, of course, you know, I kind of like know Julius quite well to the extent that I know what's good and like what's rare, and this is one of those items. I got it for like really low price. I'm happy, they're happy too. So like for these samples, I was, again, you don't really have to be in the fashion industry to in order to get in. Like when you get in, like people like they don't necessarily check like, hey, do you have the invitation whatsoever. Like of course, like it's usually held in a spot where like if you didn't get or you didn't see the invitation, you wouldn't really know where to go. But like, you know, every time when it opens, it's like always so crowded, so many people there, so like they wouldn't really check anything. You just need a good friend who probably already seen the invitation before to tell you like the date and time, and you just go over and buy stuff, you know. Like my friends from Julius, honestly, they just shared, they even like I guess shared on IG and all that just to get people there. So honestly, I feel like these sample sales, there are like no gatekeeping, and you know, I feel like everyone could really just attend these sample sales. So although like I learned from some people that I shouldn't and I couldn't necessarily share these information here, or like they wouldn't invite me next time, but I just wanted to give you guys some advice on like how to get stuff from best value and how to, you know, make a good use of not limited amount of money, but yeah, limited amount of money. So guys, I also got some accessories from Julius, so let me start with these. These are some really cute cargo bags that I think probably goes on your belts. For me, like I have really small arms, so they go on my arms too. I got it in two colorway. The one is more like the beige one, and the other one is like just pure white. I like this colorway better, but the leather on these looks like better quality. Like these are really nice, definitely one of their signatures. And the other accessory that I got, I guess you probably couldn't really tell what it is from its looks. It looks really extravagant, but this is actually a ring. You see, it's like a hawk. You know, like a hawk, H-A-W-K, is that how I pronounce it? Hawk. I don't necessarily wear this, of course, but then I just really want it in my home, you know. When I saw it, I was like, wow, like even just for display. I guess like last season, they released something similar, but like it's not made in this really heavy material. It was like made in some lightweight stuff, and you know what, I like heavyweight stuff, cool stuff, unnecessary stuff. That's what I like to put in my home, so this was perfect. And thank you, Julius, for always being there, and yeah, thank you Tatsuya-san, Louis, and everyone always being so nice to me and inviting me to these sales. Alright guys, so moving on, we got this jacket from John Lawrence Sullivan that I got from the Pret PR Friends and Family, or you can call it the VIP sale. So before we jump into this item itself, Pret PR in Japan, they handle the PR for a lot of brands like Rick Owens, Demeulemeester, John Lawrence Sullivan, Undercover, Off-White, the list goes on. And like they hold sales like seasonally, so basically 2 times a year they get like a huge venue, and then like a lot of people swarm in and all that. This is an item from John Lawrence Sullivan. It's a brand, the designer is called Arashi-san. It's also a really good friend of mine. I also work with him on some stuff. And yeah, the brand started like 20 years ago. They already attended like Paris Fashion Week and everything, starting from like 2008. And yeah, they have some really cool designs, and this I really guess is one of them. I call it the mummy jacket because of, you know, the layer on it. I think it's quite an amazing design, and I really feel like it's kind of underrated, because I believe if you see something like this, or like if you say like, oh, this is designed by Raf Simons 10 years ago, or Martin Margiela 20 years ago, people are going to be like, wow, this is like one of the archives, you know, ungrilled. People do that. I just want to remind people that I love old stuff too, but then like designers are still around, you know, they're still putting out pretty decent designs, and I think this is definitely one of them. So this is a Demeulemeester lamb blistered leather trousers that I also got from the Pred PR sale. I got this for like a really good deal, I guess, like 70 or 80% off, I forgot. But then, you know, they also price Demeulemeester a lot more expensive in Japan somehow, so yeah, I haven't worn them outside yet because, you know, it's over 25 degrees nowadays, and these are some really good quality leather, which means that they're really, really warm. So it's hard to persuade myself to wear these out, but yeah, I absolutely love these. I don't really wear light colored trousers, but the leather was just so beautiful, and I always wanted to try on the Demeulemeester trouser silhouettes, because, you know, the trousers are so expensive nowadays, and I really never had the chance to purchase one, but now I do, so, you know. But yeah, it fits pretty nice. Not one of those really tighter trousers, maybe because it's made out of leather. It's size really small, I think like a XS, but then like it still fits me a little bit big somehow. I'm not too sure what Demeulemeester is doing with their sizing, but I always found Demeulemeester sizing to be a little bit off somehow. I don't know if you have the same feeling or not. But yeah, anyways, these are some really nice trousers, and yes, thank you Pred PR for inviting me to the sales. I was almost going to end the Pred sales part, but then I realized I haven't talked about these. I was handing these up like over there, right? So, but yeah, this is also what I got a month ago at the Pred PR sale. It's a blazer from Undercover. I don't know which season it is from. It would be really helpful if you guys or anyone watching this video could help me specify, but I got this for Lynn. I got this from my girlfriend. Like the fabric kind of gives off a little bit of the Demeulemeester vibe, and I didn't even know like they put this out, but this is really amazing. Like the back is like slip open, the side too. I was like, this is a really, really nice design. And initially I didn't really bother to walk all the way to like the Undercover part, because like it's so crowded in like the venue, and then the Rick Owens is like top left, and then Undercover is always somehow bottom right, so it's like really far away, you know, it's really far away. And then, but yeah, I still somehow walked over because I didn't really pick up anything from Rick Owens this time around somehow. But yeah, I walked over, it took me a while, and I found these. Yeah, these are really nice. I didn't know about the season. It doesn't have to be Undercover, honestly. I feel like this design is so amazing that any designer who put out this, I'll just immediately purchase it. But yeah, this is also one of the really nice pickups, and I guess this was also a Valentine's Day gift for Lynn. So now we move on to, I guess, why most people probably clicked into this video, the Soloist sample cell pickups. Like honestly, my favorite sample cells out of the brand sample cells and PR agency sample cells is the Soloist one. Their cells are the best. Really easy going workers, staffs over there, and like the prices are just really, really good. I have a lot of these that I can't really just hold in my hand at once, but let me try to get them to give you an idea of how many I have. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff, and I'm just going to share it with you guys one by one. Let's do it. So first off, we got these cropped bomber jackets from the Soloist. These are from Fall Winter 2018, so one of my favorite Soloist collections. These are designed amazingly. I guess one of the more modern archives of the Soloist, I guess, or like of all archives. I think I have 4 of these in like the black version, but they're all slightly different. So this is my favorite one. I'll tell you why. Because the interior structure of these are different. So this comes with like 2 patterns that kind of goes right over your chest, whilst other ones interior are designed as like basically, I guess, a backpack kind of vibe. And I have 2 of the ones with like the chest patterns, and I have one with the backpack strap, and they actually come in another variation, which is the hoodie version. So this one, it doesn't come with a zip on the outside. It comes with 2 pockets, and it comes with this pin over here that you can kind of like put it up. These are the leather version of the pullover. So these, they don't come with the zips. They also come with this, something you can adjust. And the only difference between this and the previous ones that I showed you is that this one is more cropped. So this one gives off like basically my favorite fit, all of the Soloist items I picked up. I had another one in leather, but then like I sold it already. So this is all I have to show you guys. And I want to use this one to show you guys the hood structure. So basically how to put on the hood is that you should zip up the zipper in front at first. And then there's 2 layers. It's like bam bam, you know, you put it here. And then that's not it. You have 2 bondage, like 2 straps over here, which you should attach like and yes, that's how you put together a mask from Soloist 2018. It's quite a process, honestly, and I kind of feel like it's a little bit almost like a waste of time, because I don't think anyone, unless they're in like a super cold weather, are going to hold on with this mask for too long, because as you can see, this is leather, and like imagine if you have like this full out leather just really tight on your face. It's not like a super good feeling, and it goes the same for puffer jackets. Like it's really warm, and also take into consideration it's almost summer now, so these are not the most comfortable stuff. But are they the best looking stuff out now in the market? Yes, maybe. And so I'm not going to spend too much time to talk about the color variations. Basically there's just going to be the black one in nylon, the black one in leather, the orange one, and the white one. That's the 4 variation in terms of color and fabrics. But as for silhouettes, there's also something like this. It's kind of like a hood only that was also featured in that collection. So these somehow I only got them in the white version. I initially was also going to pick up the black version of it, but somehow the staff like took it back and told me that, hey, like this is not for sale. And I was like, it's not for sale, and it's hung over there with all the other items. I was like a little bit confused, but it's okay, you know. I already have a lot. I don't need every single thing in the venue. And speaking of hoods, I also have this. This is a cotton version of the Soloist mask. It's pretty cute. The construction is slightly different. These are more easy to use. These only come with like the 2 bondage in front, but it doesn't come with like the ninja thing that goes over your nose. So I guess these are slightly more practical, but I like the look of the nylon and the leather better than this one. So I guess, you know, they just all have like their pros and cons. And I initially had like a other one with the fireproof fabric that also was a hood, but I sold that already, so unfortunately you guys are not able to see that. But yeah, this is another hood from the Soloist from another season. I got it from the last sale. A few things that I like better about this is, first of all, there's actually a wire in like the front of the hood, so you can adjust the shape with a more freedom, I guess, and it holds. And the other thing is that there's a zipper in the back, so you know I always tie my hair up, right? So I actually can open it up and I can let my hair breathe, I guess. Or I mean, if you have a mohawk, then that's going to be pretty cool, right? You know, the hair kind of stands up in the back, and you know, preferably like a green or like an orange mohawk. Wouldn't that be very sick? I think I have another hood somewhere, but I just not able to find it as for right now. So I guess I can talk about some accessories like gloves, you know. These are, I don't know from which season. I'm thinking maybe a bit more recent season from the Soloist. These are made out of leather and suede, so really high quality, and it comes with 2 zippers, one on your index finger and one on the other side of your wrist. One very convenient aspect of this is that the zipper on your index finger actually opens up, so you can actually play with your phone with it. So here we go. I found the other hood that I was talking about. This, I call it the wizard hood. You see, it's a really huge one. It still features the bondage, the straps that comes over, but I personally prefer this without tightening it up. I like it just like this, you know. It feels like going out, but you don't really want people to recognize you. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a lot of clothes piling up over here. And luckily, we're already at our last item of the day. This is something that I also got from the Soloist sale. It's really amazing. This is probably my favorite pickup from the sale. Style wise, it looks a lot different from the previous Soloist items. This kind of resembles more of like the later number 9 era. When I wear this, it kind of makes me feel like a little prince, if that's not too awkward. But I think when you wear it, it's really the shoulders that really makes it stand out. The shoulders on clothes, like they tell so much about this person, especially if the masculine aspect of a figure. Like the shoulders are really important.